Okay, now I'm even way more impressed. Serum is working if you're running Logic through Rosetta. I have 193 layers of Serum.
I'm saying it's you gotta let me know.
Hey guys, welcome. This week is a very exciting week. Black Friday is ahead of us, so all of the music production gear plugins on sale. If you're interested in those sales, I've made an entire list, link down below in the description, with all of them bundled, and it's updated daily so that you don't miss out on any kind of special deal. It's the best time of the year. If you buy your plugins any other day, yeah, it's pretty much stupid. Always wait for Black Friday. They're like 70% off sales for most of the plugins. It's insane. The second really exciting thing this week is, of course, the new Apple M1. This right here is the MacBook Air M1. I compared it yesterday against my current daily driver where I make all of my music with, the 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro, fully spec'd. And yesterday in the test, this one was like half as fast as this one when it came to Logic. Final Cut, all other program, this one right here, the M1 that costs just a third of this one right here, beats it, no problem. The problem with Logic is that Logic itself is optimized, so it's running natively on the new M1 chip, but all of the third-party plugins, all of them in every single project, have to be transcoded, and it takes a lot of resources. So yesterday in the test using native plugins, this one right here compared fairly good, but when using third-party plugins, this handled quite a lot of Diva instances. This one right here, just 10, because all 10 of them had to be transcoded. You can see it when you open up Logic and you click on a plugin, it spins like for a brief second. That's the transcoding. And there's also one bug in there. When you have a plugin open that is transcoded and you hit play, the music doesn't play. You have to click back onto the Logic window and then hit play. It's like a separate program. It's not fully integrated, and it slows down the M1 by a lot. But apparently there is a solution. I got a message by someone also named John. He pointed out that someone on YouTube, his name is Mark Payne, I'll link his video down below. He figured out if you start Logic in the Intel version, and Logic itself needs to be run through Rosetta and transcoded, that actually then all of the plugins work. All of the plugins do not have to be transformed and just work natively. And this way you actually get a speed improvement. I'll test it out and let you know if that actually works, because this could already make the Apple M1 usable right now.
I'm saying it's you gotta let me know. You gotta
Okay, now I'm even way more impressed. Serum is working if you're running Logic through Rosetta. I have 193 layers of Serum, just initial preset, which doesn't use a lot of CPU. And I've set it to 120 BPM. Buffer size is 128. And I'm just playing a simple C major chord on 8 notes. And it handles 193. And that's it. System overload. Let me delete 2 or 3 again. 188, and it goes through the entire 4-bar loop. So if you want to test your machine with the same settings, just try it out and you can compare it to this one right here. I will save the project now and try to open up the same project again with Logic not running through Rosetta, like the native version of it. To do so, you just need to find Logic, right-click it, show the information, and there's a little box you can check. Start it with Rosetta or without. So let's uncheck that. Click again on Serum, because yesterday it didn't work. Serum just made Logic crash every single time. Yeah. Instant crash. Logic flashes, closes again. Let's try out the Diva project. I've made the same with Diva because Diva works way more stable. I've now 9. It's handling 9. initial preset, same notes, same tempo, same buffer size, just Diva with the initial preset. It handles 9 just fine. Yeah, but not more than, let's try out 12, no. 11, no. 10, no. So 9. And while running Logic in the transcoded version, it also handled 9. So the speed increase, decrease if you run the Logic native and all of the plugins not native, or if you run Logic not native through Rosetta with all of the plugins running native, the speed difference, at least according to this not very scientific test, is pretty much the same. I also checked out the activity, like the measurements on the CPU and everything. It stayed pretty much the same. So no matter which option you choose, the computer doesn't lose a lot in speed. Of course, the best option would be to have like all of the third-party plugins running natively on the new M1, but this will take at least half a year. But this test shows one thing and makes actually the M1 way more viable. If you let it run through Rosetta, start the Intel version, you can use all of your plugins. All of the plugins are working. I have no issues. Like even like LFO tool that made yesterday the machine crash instantly, it just works. Except the Native Instruments installer. I don't know why, but you can't open it. It just doesn't work. So you can't install Native Instrument plugins. But if you transfer the plugins from another computer and you run Logic in the transcoded version, it will actually work. So using Logic in that crippled version makes everything possible even on the new M1 as of right now. The last thing I want to check out is sending the Diva and Serum test patches to this computer and see how many instances it can actually handle, because that's for me at least the most interesting. Should I replace this very expensive one with this brand new, very small, silent, not getting warm at all future machine? I'm really excited about this. Okay, both stopped working. The 16-inch MacBook, fully spec'd, 304 versus 188. Sorry for the fan noise, but yeah. It's struggling. The fans are up. It's getting really warm. It annoys me a lot about this machine. But yeah, pretty much similar findings as yesterday, which is really good. Although we're running Logic right now, emulated, and the plugin's not, it handles quite well. I mean, this is like a very tiny machine that is a third of the price, 188 versus 304. That's really fine. I can live with that. It's capable enough to make music. Now let's do the Diva test really quick. Diva is way more CPU hungry in its initial preset. Yeah. Similar results here. Diva 9 on the M1 and on the Intel machine 21. I know the comparison between like the highest spec 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro versus a MacBook Air without any kind of cooling is not really fair, but it shows that the M1 is very capable. This is by far the fastest MacBook Air ever. It's 2 to 3 times faster. When it comes to video editing, where I don't need third-party plugins, it just beats the 16-inch MacBook by a lot. I'll make sure that you can download the Diva test file and the Serum test file if you own any of those two. You can see and compare what your computer can actually handle. Leave it down below in the comments. It would be really interesting for everyone else to know, because I can't test every Mac that is available on the planet. And I think I have to change what I said yesterday. Yesterday, I said I can only recommend the M1s to people that start music production and only need Logic. But due to this little trick, starting Logic as an Intel version through Rosetta, all of the plugins actually work. So it's a viable option if you're looking to buy a MacBook Air, a Mac Pro 13-inch, or a Mac Mini. go for the new M1 versions and start Logic in the Intel version, and you will be fine, which is really amazing. But as long as you don't need a computer urgently, wait for the next generation. That's definitely the smarter move. But if you're getting an M1, enjoy it. It's good for music production. I'm pretty sure you can produce any kind of music with it. Should be able to handle it. You save a lot of money. It's way smaller, no fans, no heat. It's way less annoying. It's way faster in the OS. It's way faster for all other tasks. And when you get it, it will get faster over time. Once all of those plugins have native versions, you'll have a machine that will be in half a year faster than it is right now, around 20 to 30%. And if you don't have Diva or Serum, you should definitely get it. Those are my two favorite synths, and they're all on sale right now. So again, in the description is a link to all of the Black Friday sales. Go check them out. It's definitely the smartest time to buy. And also I'm having like a small Black Friday sale. My newest sample pack, it's version 8 right now, is out now for just $5. And as always, as a special deal, you get all of the previous sample packs included for free on top. So if you're interested, go check it out. Everything is linked in the description. We'll see us tomorrow back again. A normal music making, music production day here in the studio. I think for now, it's enough with testing the new M1.